Time now to take you live to Frank Reich after a big win on the road for Indy, keeping it going.
Not too bad. First of all, just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone, right? Especially to Colts Nation, right? I mean, this was a great win for the Colts Nation, right? Especially on Christmas Day. Everybody's at home celebrating with their families, having a great day, and it kind of makes us happy in here to be able to deliver Colts Nation a win and kind of top off a great Christmas Day, which I hope everybody had. You know, speaking of Christmas, you know, I can just tell you this: it's a gift to be able to coach this team. It's a gift for us as coaches to be able to coach this team. We got great players. Obviously, faced a lot of adversity this week, but stepped up and you know, stepped up in a big way. A lot of guys had to step up and take care of business, and they did. And that's a real credit to our players. The roster, the depth of the roster that we have. Players in all three phases were just dialed in. No one flinched. You know, this morning when we got more bad news about the COVID stuff, there was no panic. It was like, okay, next man up. So we were ready to go. And players, I can't emphasize enough the quality players that we have. Coaches did a great job. I mean, coaches scrambling at the last minute, you know, as far as on offense, making personnel adjustments as far as the way we call plays and stuff like that. Defense did a good job of making sure. Bubba did a great job. His whole depth chart that he handed me before the game was like a complete turnaround, you know, so coaches really did a good job. And then, you know, obviously a special shout out to Chris Ballard. We gave him a game ball in there because, you know, when you get in a day like this and you need everybody on the roster, you thank the man who put it together. And so game ball to Chris Ballard. Okay, I'll open it up from there.
Frank, can you just, on that note, kind of expand on what the last, 24, 36 hours have been like? Because, I mean, I'm sure you do all this game planning all week long. You basically have to throw a lot of it out, I assume.
It was pretty crazy, but, you know, as far as getting the news, you know, we woke up this morning, got some good news. The first news I got was it looked like we were good, and then all of a sudden we weren't good. So that was interesting. But, you know, we adapt and adjust. And when I tell you that there was not a whole lot of there was no flinching. It was adjusting and adapting, as you're saying, to personnel groups and things like that. But coaches handled that very well.
You guys were obviously down 4 offensive linemen starters for most of that second half, for all of it. So obviously you were able to cobble together some pretty good drives. How did that kind of come together?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're down to 3 starting offensive linemen to start, and then we had 2 more guys go down in the game, right? So, and Jonathan still ran for 100 yards. So that's just a credit to those guys who stepped up there. And it hurt getting Jack hurt early. I mean, getting Jack hurt early in that game was like losing one of your best offensive linemen. I mean, that probably dramatically changed the way we called some things more than anything at that point, because the offensive line, we had confidence in all those guys. But tight end Jack's just such a good blocker. But Colin stepped in and did a good job. Of course, Mo played great. So good job by the offense as a whole.
Frank, it was an up and down night for Carson. Missed some throws. He took some hits, made some throws late. What did you tell him on the sideline at certain moments, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, no, it was great. I loved it. You know, so we started off, had a couple good things happen in that first drive. You know, he hits a couple good things and kind of cooled off there. You know, in the middle there, you know, had a bad series or two where we missed a couple throws that uncharacteristic. But, you know, we just said, we're good. You know, we're good. We're just kind of try to find some completion. We try to move him in the pocket a little bit, stuff like that, just kind of get a rhythm. But, you know, he's our guy. I mean, he's already proven time and time again. I've seen it before. We talked about it as an offensive staff. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, I said to the offensive staff, Carson will make plays to win this game in the fourth quarter. I said that I said, Carson will make plays to win this game in the fourth quarter. And he makes the big play to T.Y. and the big one to Dez.